Alright guys, so I'm leaving the closing attorney's office right there. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let me bring the camera in there due to confidentiality purposes or whatever. But as you guys can see, I have the closing check right here in my hand. So I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna show you guys the property. I'm gonna show you guys how I did this deal and how we were able to close this deal in 5 days. What's up guys? So I'm finally back home. That Atlanta traffic is super crazy, so I'm gonna try to make this video quick because I gotta go get something to eat. So I want to tell you guys about this deal. This deal was a probate deal. I had a lady contact me just last Monday. She contacted me. She told me that she had a house for sale that her husband had just passed away 4 months ago. So of course I was very empathetic to her situation. As soon as she contacted me, I actually missed her call. I called her back within 10 minutes, got her on the phone. Within an hour, I had already made an appointment to go view the property. She called me at maybe 10. I called her back by 10:15. I think I called her back. By 1 o'clock, I already had an appointment to go view the property. So at 1 o'clock last Monday, I was at the property with Miss Terry, and I was walking the property. I was evaluating the property for repairs. I was checking out the condition. Of course, the property was vacant. There was nobody living in the home. She had already moved in with her daughter. So it made it pretty easy to walk the property and evaluate what the repair costs would be. Now, I made an offer to me based on I had already checked the comps because I made the appointment for a few hours, about 2 hours before the appointment. I had already checked the comps within that time. Luckily, there was a property directly across the street that was for sale. It was listed at, up here, I'm not gonna tell you the sale price, but it was listed, it was an active listing. And I had a good idea of what the house that I was walking, what it would sell for, okay? So that's a big thing, is that you need to come up with an after repair value, number one. So after walking the property, I made an offer to Miss Terry. I asked her, this is something that a lot of wholesalers, a lot of real estate investors do not do. Before you make an offer, you need to ask your seller, ask them this, and I quote, "If I make you a fair offer on this property, how quickly will you be able to make a decision?" Boom. A lot of people in sales do not ask for a close. A lot of people do not go for the close. They don't ask for the sale. Before I even throw out a number, I'll ask them, how long is it going to take you to make a decision? What this does is it gauges their motivation. You know that you're not wasting your time. Even I should ask her that on the phone. Hey, Miss Terry, if I'm able to come out there, view your property, and make you a fair offer, how quickly do you think it's going to take you to reach a decision? Ask them that before you even go. Luckily, I asked her while I was at the property. I was able to give her a number while we was at the property. So luckily, everything went well. She was very motivated. Like I said, she was not living in this property. It was her late husband's property. She had already went through probate. Okay, that was another big thing about this deal. It was a probate deal. She had already went through probate. So what that means is that she was already listed as the, I guess, next of kin to take over that asset, which was the house. It was not contested by any of their siblings or kids or anything like that. It was not contested. She had already gained control of the asset. So, and she was able to provide me the death certificate, proof that she was in fact the new owner of this property. So that really helped with this deal. That's one reason we were able to move so quickly on this deal. So that was great. Also, she called me later on that evening. We were able to reach an agreement on what the sale price would be. I submitted her a written offer letter via email. She accepted that offer letter on Monday night. Okay. By Tuesday morning, we had the contract sent out to her. She signed it Tuesday afternoon. Okay, the next day, she signed the contract Tuesday afternoon, so we are under contract. Now, because Monday evening she had already accepted the offer letter, by Tuesday I had already had a marketing campaign to sell this property. Now, this is a big thing to know. A lot of in real estate, there is multiple exit strategies to exit a property. Okay, now I had every intention on buying this property and flipping it, taking it to market, doing the renovations, forcing some appreciation, taking it to market and selling it. Okay. However, due to all the other projects we have going on, I'm looking for a couple other multifamily properties right now, the Airbnb's going. So I had a lot of other things going on right now. So I had to think, well, is my time best situated in this house doing, taking on a rehab right now? Whereas it's in a hot area, it's got strong comps. I could just sell my contract on this property and take a profit and just let somebody else deal with the repairs. So that's what I decided to do. I decided to wholesale this deal to another investor to let them make the repairs and take it to market and potentially make a greater profit than myself. So by Tuesday, I had already had a marketing campaign to send to my buyers list. We have a pretty strong reputation, so we have a lot of buyers on our buyers list. So I got, by Tuesday, I had already had some offers pouring in. By Tuesday afternoon, I had already had investors coming to walk the property. And I had some meetings last Tuesday, but by Tuesday after late afternoon, I had actually met some investors at the property. They walked the property, made me an offer on site at the property last Tuesday, and we signed the contract that same Tuesday. Like that, that's crazy. That's unheard of. I acquired the property. The contract was signed. My contract with the seller was signed Tuesday morning. By Tuesday afternoon, I had already had a contract to sell the property. Okay, so that was great. That's great. Very rarely are you able to, wholesale or, do any kind of real estate deal and move that quickly. So that's the beauty of wholesaling. I do want to stress that this property, because of what we bought it for and what we sold it for, this was not an assignment. Okay, so if you're familiar, I don't know what the gurus are teaching y'all, but there's two types of wholesale deals. When you choose to pass a property off to an investor, sell your contract on a property, that's called wholesaling. There's two ways to do a wholesale deal. Number one, there's an assignment. An assignment is where you just assign your position in the contract, the original contract with the seller, to another investor. That's just an extra addendum, an assignment. You would just say, hey, I'm passing off my contract to buyer B or whatever. That's not what we did on this deal. Because of our margin, we did a double close. Okay, so there's an assignment and then there's a double close. The difference is that a double close is there's two sets of closings. So on contract A with the seller, with Miss Terry, we have a contract, that's contract A, and then the contract with buyer B, there's another contract. So there's an A contract and a B contract. So that's two separate closings. So you can expect two separate closing costs. So I don't know if you would say that's a pro or a con, but let me tell you why a double close is practically better than an assignment. With an assignment, a con for an assignment is that buyer B knows how much you purchased a property for, because before they will ever accept that assignment, they have to know the terms that they're agreeing to on that original contract. So they're going to want to know, okay, how much did you buy the property for? How quick do we need to move? Do I need to, what's the inspection period? So on that assignment, they're going to know exactly how much you pay for, and they're going to know what your profit margin as a wholesaler is, and they may or may not like that. If it's over 10 grand, they may come back to you and say, hey, I can't pay. You may run into trouble if you're trying to wholesale a deal and you're making more than 10 grand on that deal. But why I like to double close deals is not even so much about the money. It's because of this. You guys are probably wondering what I keep looking at, but it's because of this. This is the HUD. I'm not going to show you guys the actual papers, but this is the HUD form, okay? And when you do a double close, you get a HUD from when you bought it and when you sold it. Now, why this is important is because after you do a couple wholesale deals, you may be ready to take on a renovation project. And when you go to raise money for that renovation project, when you have to go talk to a lender or a hard money lender, they want to know if you have experience. And the only way you can show them if you have experience is that if you have one of these, if you have a HUD showing that, yes, I've done a flip before. It doesn't matter if you put money into the project and you renovated it. They just want to know that you've done a deal, you have experience. So that's why it's so important to double close versus just assign a contract. Okay. But this is a really great deal. I'm not going to tell you guys how much I made because it's not about me, it's about you. So comment below, have you done a real estate deal? How quick were you able to close on your first deal? Do you need any help, any tips? I really tried to make this not a real estate channel because there's enough real estate gurus out there. This is about personal finance. This is about your money. This is about helping you reach a financially free future. So if you learned anything from this video, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share this video with a friend. I'm Money Mike, helping you reach a financially free future.